One of my favorite swing trading strategies for stocks is to use the McClellan Summation Index. It is derived from the McClellan Oscillator, which is a breadth indicator, they call it. Basically, it is measuring the advanced issues, less declining issues, and then the Summation Index is following that and creating different types of patterns on it. So there is what it's called. Here are the a little bit of the things that I put into this. This is TradeStation, by the way. So you see I'm basing it on the New York Stock Exchange Composite Index. You've got to put in, this is the key, you have to put in advanced issues and declining issues, and then you can see the fast and slow link that I put in there. As I mentioned, it is based on the net difference between advanced decline. So therefore, you've got to put those data points in as well. So you're going to have three symbols, and those three symbols are the ones that I just showed you there. You got to add all three symbols. And don't ask me what those symbols are for your data platform. They will vary. That's the one for the New York Stock Exchange. But this is for TradeStation. So those are the symbols for TradeStation, but the symbols may be different for your data provider. You'll have to contact your data provider. So here's one of the signals that I'll take is a divergence like this. And I like this one, but what you really need to have here is more than just this. Like any other, this is not really an indicator as such. It's an index. So indexes are different than indicators. This is really statistics. So, but you see that kind of divergence there, and those are pretty good. So the key here is we get equal highs, and then we get a lower high. So equal highs on the price action, but then lower highs on the summation index. So basically what that's telling us is, of course, that we're seeing underneath the price action that declining issues are starting to increase over advancing issues. So there's a couple of keys here to this. Number one, look at the date. It's May. So you've probably heard the phrase, you buy in the fall and then in May go away, because we're heading into the summer months. And so that's one signal that you want to look for here. And then indeed, it does go down and down and down through the summer. So that gave us a very nice signal time-wise, seasonally, if you will, based on the seasonal cycles, that we should get out. And then in October, it starts going back up again. So did we have a signal to go long back in October? Well, yes, we did. Again, if you look at that, we get another divergence pattern here. So we've got basically equal lows, a little bit of a higher low there, I guess, if you draw it from the lower candlestick pattern. But then we get a shift, higher low on the summation index. So we're seeing that advancing issues are starting to overcome declining issues. So these aren't always long-term signals, by the way. Sometimes they're just short-term signals. But that's why you've got to use them with everything else, all the other things you have in your trading toolbox. That's one more piece of evidence. Here we get double bottom and, equal bottoms at least, and then a higher low on the index. And again, this is during a bullish time of year, February. Now, here's a real interesting one, and this is a trade I actually took. So this is last fall. We get a little bit of a higher high here. We put in a wave 5, so we got a wave 5 trend up, which is an average trend. But, you can look and see there for yourself. The McClellan Summation Index is heading on down, so it is diverging. We're getting more net declining issues. And the market kind of pinballs there between the moving averages for a while, and then it goes down, down, down to the orange line. That orange moving average there, that's the 200 simple moving average. So great place to take out or to get out. And then look what happens. We get into November, and November 7th. And what's that? Well, that was election time, presidential election time here in the U.S. So a great place to exit that trade. We had a rally out of the election. And also that coincides directly with the Halloween cycle, which starts the bullish time of year based on the Trader's Almanac. So again, now just recently, we had another signal, a very dramatic signal actually, and we got a wave 7, which is an extended uptrend, and then we came up and retested that high, And of course, again, you look down at the summation index, you can see it made a dramatically lower high. And so, yes, we had a shift there. Now, it just went down to the 50 MA this time. I've got to tell you, I was hoping it'd get down to the 100 or the 200, which are the lines below it, but it didn't. And it's just consolidated there. And now look what happened. Well, now it started going back up again. So again, a warning that you cannot trade these signals by themselves. They are complementary. They are good. They show you what's happening kind of underneath the surface that may not be obvious. The other thing is we're in April now. So we're just 1 month away, actually less than a month away from the May and go away situation. So we've been kind of flat here ever since we hit the 50 MA, and the market's trying to decide what to do. And we'll wait and see. But right now, we did get a up move back on the summation index. So that signal is very, very short-lived. And I want to show you that because it's a recent, a very recent signal, and also because I always like to show you the things that can happen that are not ideal. I want you to have that in the front of your mind so you don't get over-enamored with anything. And don't get overly enamored with anything out there. There's no one thing that makes you money. Everything is a piece of evidence that you put together with other pieces of evidence to establish a probability scenario. So if you like this video, please understand that sure, it's free, but if you got value from it, then you have an obligation to pay it forward, a moral obligation, so to say, by clicking on that beautiful little share button below. And you're going to feel good when you click on it. Believe me, it feels good to do the right thing. Also, please click the thumbs up icon, leave a comment. And I'm giving away one of my favorite trade strategies called the rubber band trade. It has a very high win-loss ratio. I can get that video to you and teach you that in 26 short minutes. All you have to do is click on the image in the top left corner, or if you're on a mobile device, click on the little eye with a circle around it in the top right corner of this video, and I will get that video out to you right away.